A very quick and inexpensive way to create signage is by using your Cricut. I create these all the time now and they're so easy to do, so I'm going to show you step by step how I go about making these. Now for all the materials I personally use that work for me, I have linked on my LTK and Amazon storefront for you guys. And without further ado, let us jump right into this tutorial. I personally love designing in Canva, so that is where I'm jumping over to right now. I definitely find it more user-friendly to start designing in there rather than Design Space, so I do recommend going this route. Then I always start this off by creating a new design and plugging in the size of my acrylic signage. And as you guys saw, I did make this 8 by 10 inches. For time's sake, I am dropping in my design, but this is where you would create yours in this space. Once you're happy with your design and you're ready to save this out, go to the top right and click share. Hit that download button right in there, make this a PNG, slide this toggle all the way to the right and make sure transparent background is checked off. Then once again, hit download. It should save directly into your downloads folder, and I like to open it up and preview it just to make sure nothing got moved around while it's saved. If all looks good, go ahead and open up Design Space. Up in the top right, I'm going to select New Project, and then on the bottom left-hand side here, I am going to select that little blank square. This is a blank canvas, and I just like starting from scratch from here. Now, once your canvas is open up, we're going to immediately upload our design right into here. Click Upload Image to bring up this window, and then click and drag your file right on top of here. It is very normal for the image to be a little blurry, so we are just going to continue on to our background remover. Since we did save out our design with the transparent background, you should see that checkered background behind your design. That is just your confirmation that you saved it out correctly. And then in the bottom right, you are good to hit apply and continue if you see that. Now for our next window option that we're brought to, which is our Convert Upload To, we want to make this a single layer. And then once again, bottom right to hit continue. Now when we're brought back to our blank canvas with our image now in it, we're going to see that the image is too large. Because we saved this out as a high res, that is completely normal. So what I want to do is come up to the top here, click size, and make sure that lock is staying shut. It is very important for a design to stay proportionate. That's why we want to keep that lock. And for now, I'm just going to make the width of this 8 and then just have it sized down to whatever it says. Now to make sure this is actually going to fit on our acrylic sign, we need to bring in a square. As you saw on the left hand side, I clicked shapes and dropped in a square, and now I'm changing the color to white just to visualize this better. Unlike our design, I'm going to go to the size and I'm going to open up the lock, but now I'm going to change this to 8 by 10. Because this was brought in as a square, we wanted to change to a rectangle, so that's why I'm doing that. Now this right here is just going to be a little model of our 8 by 10 acrylic. Really quickly, I'm going to go to the right hand side and open up my layers tab, and I'm going to drag that layer underneath so I can actually see my design now. And as you can see, the design is too big for our sign, so I need to scale this down manually. If you want to get it exactly the way you designed it in Canva, open up the window to the side of it and scale it down and kind of match them up as you see fit. But honestly, I am just putting this in here where I see it looks best. Now all I'm doing is taking those little side toggles and scaling this up and down to make sure I actually fit this on there with a little bit of breathing room around the outsides of this acrylic. I just want to make sure that when it goes to draw this, the pen's not going to actually go off the acrylic, so that's why I'm trying to make sure this is nice and balanced. Now when you're happy with the positioning that you have your design sitting on your modeled acrylic, I want you to go to the one that is your design layer, and we need to take this off basic cut. So under this functions tab, I'm going to switch it to pen. And with this box to the right, I want to click on that to really toggle with the settings here. The default it usually gives me is this 5.3 millimeters, so I'm going to switch it to this glitter gel even though it's not what we're using. I'm using a paint pen that's a 0.7 millimeter, but this is the closest option, so I kind of want to visualize it the best I can with the closest option that is given to me. And then I'm going to just change it to silver so I can see what the design is kind of looking like when this pen goes to draw it. When you plug those settings in, it should change in your preview screen on your canvas, so make sure you're happy with how it looks there. Just from experience, if you're not happy with how it looks on the canvas, chances are you're not going to be happy when it goes to draw this. Now, anytime I go to create one of these and show you a little teaser video on it, I always get questions about the text. If your text is showing up with gaps in the font, it's okay. You can either color it in after it produces it, or if you really like your Cricut to do all the work, just add a negative offset. Majority of the time, I like using thinner fonts, so I don't have a lot of space to fill in, so I will just do it by hand. And I promise you, it's really not hard to do. Now, in order to nail your positioning, I want you to select both of these layers by holding down Shift, right-clicking, and attaching them. This is going to make it easier for when we go to make, that we know exactly where to position our acrylic on our sticky mat. And now that we have our design all set up, we are going to go to the top right and click Make, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Now, here is a preview of our sticky mat with our design sitting right on it. If your rectangle is coming out separate from your design, that means you did not attach it. Go back and make sure these are attached. Now, to make sure that this is actually going to get positioned on our acrylic exactly the way we want to take it off the edges. As you can see here on the preview of the sticky mat, this red line is not your friend whatsoever. Anytime I attempt to do a project, I try to stay away from this little 1/4 inch of a buffer because it does not help me in any way, shape, or form. So with that being said, anytime you guys see me doing my designs in the middle of the mat, this is why, and this is how I'm always so accurate with it. Now, since my acrylic sign is 8 by 10, I'm going to put put it at the 2 mark in and the 1 mark down. And of course, do not be afraid to zoom in to make sure you are perfectly accurate when it comes to this. Now, one thing I want to note is if you are doing this on clear acrylic like you saw I did for this one, and you would like the design to show through, so you want this to draw on the back of this essentially, you want to mirror the image. Doing it this way will offer a little bit protection in case anyone touches the front, that nothing is going to scratch off or anything like that. The paint pen that I always go with does dry pretty quickly, so I've never had this issue, but if you do want to take this little extra step, definitely go for it. So like you would do with heat transfer vinyl, you want to go to the left-hand side where it says mirror and switch the toggle on. It will not move the placement of your sign, so you are good to just leave it as is. But if you don't care, or if you're using colored acrylic, just leave it normally and you don't have to do any mirroring or anything like that. And then you are good to continue on and have this made. Also, the material I end up going with is this plastic transparency. I honestly don't know if that's accurate, but it's always worked for me, so that's what I usually go with. Then for step 2 here is just prompting you to load in your writing utensil, which is that paint pen, into clamp A, and then for clamp B, it is telling you the fine point blade. But in reality, we are actually going to be removing the blade so it avoids cutting the acrylic. So yes, we are having our machine fade cut without anything being in there, but we need to keep the rectangle to make sure our placement stays accurate. Now, if you see me make these in prior videos, because it's a thicker material, I do like to tape it down with some blue tape. And since the tape is being thrown out after, I just use it as scrap to just get my paint pen going. Make sure you push down on the pen and shake it really well before loading it into your Cricut, or else the ink is not going to come out immediately. Also, the paint pens that I always go with do not fit directly into your Cricut. I do have a pen adapter set up in my clamp A, so that is what I'm using in order to make this happen. Also, make sure you move your star wheels to prevent your ink from smearing. If you don't know what star wheels are, it's those little white circles that help your mat move back and forth on your Cricut. If you don't move them off to the sides to prevent it from rolling through your design, it will smear your ink. And as you can see, since I mirror this, all I had to do is flip it over, and then I can clean the front without it damaging anything on the design. And there you have it, your acrylic signage. Be sure to give this video a save so you can also give this a try.